So let's talk about revelation, or this word reveal. I got a funny story for you. It may not make sense. Let's try it. So I'm working and building a house with my parents. And it's like, house is like, it's 900 square feet, but it's got vaulted ceilings, so it feels massive. And so we're building this little thing for my parents who are retiring, and it's taken like 2 years, and we do it really slow because we work on the nights and the weekends, me and my brothers. We're doing the electrical ourselves, totally safe if you're the owner, apparently. And my dad's doing a lot of the electrical, I'm doing electrical. And the way it works is you do all the electrical and then you put the drywall over it, right? You test it all out and you put the drywall over it. We tested it all out, everything worked, and we put the drywall over it. And we came back, actually I think this might have been a few days ago, and we're testing out the outlets, kind of a wall about like this. And I got an outlet there, and I got an outlet there, where Ryan is at and one where John's at. Raise your hand, John. That's about how far apart they are. Okay, there you go. There's 2 Johns over there. That's awesome. And this outlet's got power, and that outlet doesn't have anything. In fact, it's tripping the circuit. Like something's shorting it out, and we're like, oh no, we shot a nail through it. But it's all sealed up. It's completely sealed up. And I'm like, no, I hate doing drywall. I don't want to texture this thing. Don't want anything to do with this. And so I'm like, what if I just make a little bit of bigger hole and I'll shove my arm up where the outlet was, and I start doing that on one side. And I'm like, wait, maybe it's on this side. And I'm like, okay, I could do a little hole above that one and see if something, so I do another hole, and I'm starting to make holes. Like, you know, and it's still nothing we do. It's like, ching, ching. It works. All the other outlets on the other side work. It's just this little string and this one spot. Everything else is in line. We're doing all the things we know we're supposed to do. You know, the black and the white go with whatever. And we kind of know. And the ground goes to whatever. We kind of know what we're doing. Trust, it's not that bad. But we did all the things we know what to do. We actually had the inspector come out. He said, looks great. So just letting you know, we're legit. He says it looks great. We did everything to the T, exactly. And my dad went back through it, and he did everything to the T, from there to there. There's a wire that goes through there. And we're like staring at it. And we're like, you know what? Maybe we have a picture of that wall before we put the drywall up. We got to find out where that wire goes so we can rip it out, because that's the problem. We got to rip that out. We did everything right. We're totally fine. We did everything right. So we look for our pictures in our phone, which is fortunate we had one. And as I'm zooming in with my brother Eric yesterday, we're looking at it and we're like, what's that? And then we're like, what is that? About where Corey's at. Would you raise your hand, Corey? Okay, Ryan over here. And I'm looking real close. I'm like, I think that's another outlet behind the wall. What? And my dad's like, wait a minute, what? The drywall had covered up one of our outlets completely. So it wasn't hooked up, and it was just shorting all inside there. And this one was good. This one was good, but in between them was bad. Revelation is an interesting thing. Okay? We needed a picture. We needed it to be revealed to us. We did everything right. We did everything perfect from there to there. And we missed the whole picture. The entire picture, we mixed it. It never would have connected. It never would have worked. It would always lead to fire or damage and demolition by Andy. Like, here, punch a hole. See, Paul, this is not like a fight between the Old Testament and the New Testament and the God Adonai, this God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Jesus. Jesus is the reveal of this God in fullness, in form. He's the reveal. He's the peel back. That's the connection point. Everything going through that will work. Everything going around it won't. All the Mosaic law, yeah, all right. All the things that Paul had fought for, you know, like the do's and don'ts and the will and the won'ts, all those things were close, but that closeness would never have made the connection to be in the family of God, to be saved, to be free. And what that outlet represented in Jesus, the revealed Christ, was a gospel of grace. Good news. And he says that. That's what I was told I got to do. It was his grace and pleased in me that I might announce the good news.